Are we live? I think we're live. All right, guys. How's it going? What's up? What's new? It's me. It's Pyrotechnics. How we all doing? Back with the casting. Hey, what's going on? So I'm doing another one from our cast. This one was uploaded like 3 hours ago. So hope you enjoy it. Can I get all excited for this? All right. Let's do this one. Should I have a brief intro today? Is there anything exciting happen today? Wasn't a very exciting day. It was kind of raining. I live in San Diego. That's sort of weird. Okay, so here we go. This is not that long of a game, fortunately. So I'll load it up nice and quick. Make sure we're still going with it. Yeah, we are. Cool. Excellent. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to StarCasts. I'm your host, Pyrotechnics, and today we're going to be looking at a little bit of ZVP. The map is Derelict Watcher. You know it, you love it, or you hate it. Or you just have it perma-banned. But it always results in some interesting matchups. Okay, so spawning down, up, down, turn around, up in the top right-hand corner of Derelict Watcher, we have our red Protoss player. It is Hamsterpilot. Take a look at that rotate. Oh, yeah. And spawning down into the bottom left-hand corner, it is the blue Zerg. It is Bublé's DroneOfArc. I like that name. That's pretty creative. You don't always see super creative names that aren't also really, really, really offensive to someone. I really don't think that could be super offensive to people. Maybe the French. Okay. Hamsterpilot's going to go ahead and start off by building a pylon at this sort of weird frontal position. So he's not forge fast expanding. He's might be gateway expanding. Kind of hard to say what he's doing. But DroneOfArc is taking the more conventional path of continuing to just drone and drone and drone. No early pools, no surprise aggression, no really crazy early cheese coming out of him just yet. Hamsterpilot instead continuing. Well, he's marching one probe out here. He's building. Oh, wow, he walls off with a fast forge. This might be one base Stargate play, just given he's not going to be able to get out of his own base. DroneOfArc, if he doesn't see this, if he's not able to get in and spot this, it could be a bit of trouble for him. If he's able to accurately predict it, he can handle it, though. Spawning pool does go down at 15, and Hamsterpilot might. Yep, he goes ahead and blocks the pylon block. There's really no reason for him not to do that. It was very, very easy. He wasn't being contested whatsoever. And, yeah. The proxies. Okay, so this wall is, yeah, on the bottom of the ramp, pretty solid. Nothing's getting through there anytime soon, but a couple of drones get pulled down, and the cannon rush is in full effect. 2 cannons already placed down, 1 drone searching for a proxy pylon. I'm not sure why it's not trying to kill this photon cannon. There really should be some photon cannons dead pretty soon, but, yeah, they're going to finish up without too much harassment, and DroneOfArc is getting out-juked by Hamsterpilot's probe. Probe on drones. And it looks like the third base is going to be taken for DroneOfArc, but in the meantime, this couple of photon cannons are going to finish up, preventing anything from happening for just a little while in natural of DroneOfArc. But the cannon rush is continuing up in the third base, and it is going to be uncontested for at least a little while because no Zerglings can get out here, and meanwhile it will continue unabated back at the main. It is all buildings all the time, and Hamsterpilot knows he's cheesing. But he does like the name. Wow, these are some real good sports. I like this game. I like this game just because you don't always see the good manner coming out of players that are aggressively cheesing. Hamsterpilot being the good sport that he is. But, you know, cheese is all part of the game. It's what happens. So right now the main base, still only one base for both these players because this third, as soon as it finishes up, is going to be in a little bit of trouble from these photon cannons, so it might as well not exist right now. And the probe comes in to try and do a little bit more damage, but he gets turned away by the spine crawler. No Zerglings in production, just more and more drones coming out of DroneOfArc here. And if he expands his creep, he should be able to outrange these photon cannons with a couple of spines, but he does have to cancel on that third hatch, well, rather his natural hatch at his third location. DroneOfArc not able to do much with this photon cannon sitting here. So, what's the next move for both these players? The game has been a little bit static. We now see a second Nexus coming up. So, forgive me, they could get through that wall. But only one gateway so far. This is a very, very late gateway at 5 minutes and 15 seconds because of the aggressive cannon rush we've seen. The hatchery is now morphing into a lair. We are getting Zergling speed as well over at the Zerg base, but still no Zerglings. And this drone just kind of hanging out, creeping around the edge, I suppose. The probe, meanwhile, is going to circle around and see if there's anything else in the works for the Zerg player, but so far he's confined to his singular base. It looks like, oh, wait a minute, this one drone could be taking a very, very, very ninja expand, and he will. It's going to be hard to get drones to that place without actually them being spotted, but in the meantime, we do have a couple of Zerglings. As soon as speed finishes up, these cannons will go down. They will take a lot of Zerglings with them as well. And right now, the smart move would actually be to go ahead and try and attack this with the photon cannons not up, but DroneOfArc has no idea this is what's going on. He does have a slight idea that this probe is going to be scouting around, but not so much. And it's a Nidus network. Well, this probe is unfortunately going to spot this additional hatchery and be able to continue cannon rushing it, since there is still nothing that can be done from our favorite DroneOfArc. Right now, this is just a lot of minerals sunk into denying expansions. But if that Nidus network goes up, there's really nothing here to defend this. And an Overseer is morphed. He's going to be going around over here to the natural. He doesn't need to, though. He could go straight into the main. This Nidus network hasn't been scouted. And the Zealot might be able to do some damage to it, but really not that much. So instead, the Overseer is going to have to back right on off. Drops a Changeling for the vision. My goodness. Oh, the Nidus network is over here at the natural expansion. It's going to be able to stop these cannons just in time. Is this even spotted? No, it's not. So he's just going to see Zerglings coming out. Oh my goodness. Let's see his vision. And here it comes. Nope. All he sees are Zerglings. Having to cancel, unfortunately. But there we go. Wow, very, very interesting and unconventional use of the Nidus Worm. Lots and lots of Zerglings now on the field. Not a lot of production still in the works for Hamsterpilot, who is now scrambling to be able to get his defenses up and ring. There are a lot of photon cannons at this base, at 4 in total. They are going to deny that Zergling aggression for now, but not very long. The Zerglings come in completely oblivious to the attacks. They're going to go straight for the base. And they do manage, at least a couple of them manage to get into the main before any buildings go down. Continuing on in, they are taking heavy damage, but it doesn't even matter. There is no defense inside this. Lots and lots of Zerglings will fall. A couple of Stalkers, one does not actually go down. And here comes another Nidus network into the base. As soon as that, well, just a couple of Lings are getting cleaned up, but this Nidus Worm is going to finish without being killed. Just barely, though. Oh, wow. Those things are very, very weak. Wow, this game is already extremely exciting. With this denial of the first and second expansions, the only thing that can be taken so far has been this extremely out there ninja expand. In terms of worker count, we've got 33 to 31. It's very close, but income is still heavily in the Protoss favor just because he's managed to get this natural at this normal time. Both players having a little bit of friendly banter back and forth at each other. The Stargate is coming down, but just in time to counter that is the Hydra Den. The vision.
Research complete.
Well, he doesn't really see. Drone doesn't really see any of this vision, or doesn't get a lot of vision on his opponent to see what he's building. But he's smartly guessing that he's going to be able to deal with some anti-air, or he's going to need to deal with air with some anti-air. So he's actually building Hydralisks, or getting close to building Hydralisks. He's actually upgrading Hydralisks right now. So this game is starting to stabilize just a little bit. The natural cannons and pylons are going to be taken out by these Lings now. And this Spinecrawler is going to be able to outrange these two photon cannons and kill them without any losses. So more bases could be taken for the Zerg. He's going to need them. He's a little bit behind right now. There are Void Rays now coming out, but Hydralisks are also on the way. And this is going to counter very nicely. Hamsterpilot might be in a little bit of trouble. He doesn't have any vision of his opponent right now, other than the fact that this Spinecrawler is currently about to depower or get close to depowering a couple of these photon cannons, but it looks like the Zerglings will come and finish that up as well. Okay. Not too much to worry about, and the expansion will be taken very shortly. But this other one, in the meanwhile, is very, very safe, even though Hamsterpilot is mounting an attack very, very soon. The Void Ray being taken very, very low by these couple of Hydralisks. That Nidus Worm needs to start getting loaded up with a lot of Lings right now. Here come more Hydras on the way. Very clever use of the Nidus network. Something you don't see in a lot of Zerg games. A lot of games, period. But even less so in Zerg games, if that makes any sense. Only a couple Hydras here to defend this. This base actually is going to fall if he doesn't get Lings there soon. A good time warp on the Mothership Core bringing down. The Queen is getting very, very, very low. This is a dead hatchery. But here come a couple of Lings, and they're going to say, nope, back away. So right now Drone is in a little bit of trouble. He is going to have his base taken out. But meanwhile, we're going to see a counterattack of Lings and Hydras straight on the natural. They might be able to do a serious bit of damage to it. So the natural, this Ninja expand was denied. Meanwhile, continuing to chase right now. These Overlords are in a tough position. They are going to get fired down. But here will come even more Lings and Hydras after the Lings have soaked up a bit of the damage, heading straight for the photon cannons. And now caught seriously out of position, the army of Hamsterpilot has to make a clutch decision. Does it go for the kill? I think it does. And right now, these are suicide Hydras. They're going to die as soon as this army comes right back across the map. I'm not sure why the Mothership Core... It has enough energy for a mass recall, but it's not doing it. So this is going to be a dead Nexus, but the Hydras are also going to die. The probes, sorry, are attacking the Hydras and forcing them back while the main army also gets there. Some of the Hydras managed to get away, actually, but not for long. Here come a couple of Zealots. A lot more Lings in production, more Hydras being taken out. This has not been the most effective trade, but he has denied this mining time. And the Hydras are told to make a hasty retreat away from Hamsterpilot's forces. The resources loss has been pretty bad on the Zerg side. A lot more, but he is about to have a much better economy than his opponent, and if he manages to outproduce him now with this intense Zerg macro that we've seen time and time again, he might just be able to push this back. There's not a lot of air on the field too, just the Mothership Core and the Void Ray, so those Hydras are going to be able to clean it up very quickly. And it looks like, I don't know what the Lings are doing. They're running around to try and scout out proxy pylons, I guess. This one Ling making a denial attempt at the third Nexus, but here comes a pretty decent-sized army of Hamsterpilot. Can the Lings and Hydras make it there to deny this denial? Or is DroneOfArc the one who's in denial? He's actually heading straight for the natural again. Oh boy. And here comes the Nidus. So right now, this could be, yeah, the Nidus network could be used to recall into the main base, but this is going to be a little bit problematic, and it looks like the production is being taken out from DroneOfArc is taking out a fair amount of production. The mass recall does engage, and oh wow, lots of Stalkers being damaged before that actually could complete. If they go back into this Nidus network, they should be able to get away, but they're not going to do it. Nidus network unloads. But yeah, okay, so this is still a pretty even game, but Colossus are about to turn the tide right now. As soon as this Robo Bay gets finished, and it does, Colossus are going to start being produced, and this is going to be problematic for DroneOfArc. He does have 2 mining bases. His opponent has 2 mining bases and a third base, so he's going to be ahead in economy as well. But for the moment, the Zerg is ahead. Even with less workers, he's still able to make something better of this because this Nexus only just finished up, and this main base is actually over-droned. So it's kind of hard to tell what builds are doing anything right now because of how crazy this game has been, but the Nexus is going to get fired down, and he's going to lose a lot of Lings in the process, but that was well worth the mining denial. And yeah, Hamsterpilot hasn't even taken out these drones, or these... The word I'm looking for is Lings. And now they're all dead. Really don't get anything for that. But a decent army of Hydras sits out in the middle of the map, completely oblivious to what's about to head its way. Which is 1 Colossus, a lot of Zealot Stalker, and a couple odds and ends to fill out the army. In the meanwhile, we see more and more Lings in production as the Zerg player is starting to get more gas and starting to mine at his natural. That is not yet done, as his main is still Very, very low on minerals. So we're also going to see +1 defense, +1 armor, carapace, excuse me, being researched for the Zerg player. This game is all sorts of craziness. Yeah, I still think the Protoss is ahead right now. He has quite a lot going for him. He has 2 bases. The Zerg now has 3, but Protoss still has 2 bases. He has good production. He has more harvesters by a lot. He has extended thermal lance just about done. 1 finished Colossus and another one already out on the field. But if he gets good positioning on this army, he can do a lot of damage. These Hydras do seriously good damage. Seriously. And we're probably going to see another base trade. This may not work out very well for the Zerg player, though, who might be in just a bit of trouble because this main base, or this natural, excuse me, is pretty much a big source of income. And it looks like it's just going to be an all-in base trade right now. DroneOfArc going for the production straight away. This heavily overmined Nexus is about to fall once again. And the mass recall engages just in time to see that die. However, will the Colossus get target fired? No, it won't, but here comes the Nidus Worm. It's not going to unload. Oh, no, and these couple of... Ooh, those are dead Hydras. But the Nidus network back at home is fending off these... Wow, one Colossus severely out of position, but still manages to fire down everything attacking it, but not for long. Here come the Lynx to clean it right on up. That is not where you want to be as Hamsterpilot. Looks like he missed mass recalled a few of his units, and now his army is a little bit split. The units lost in this game has been absolutely crazy, but still, so far, ahead for the Protoss player. Although Hamsterpilot is acknowledging that he might actually lose this game, but severely out of position. Oh my goodness, he took a lot of losses with those Hydras and Lynx before he managed to turn it around. The Void Ray does get fired down. A couple more Colossus out on the field, but with only a couple of Stalkers, 7 or 8 to back them up, they may not last very long. Another Ninja Expand being taken, of course, and a conga line of probes is being pulled right now because right now, Hamsterpilot knows there's absolutely no other way he can win this game. The production is very, very high for DroneOfArc. He is in a very good position to keep pumping out Hydras and Lings, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Some of the Hydras do, however, get surrounded by this massive army of probes, and right now, if you're DroneOfArc, you got to be thinking, what the fuck is going on? Actually, if you're Hamsterpilot, you got to be thinking the same thing too. Oh no, run away, Hydras! You cannot get surrounded by those SCVs, and you're going to get surrounded by those SCVs, aren't you? That's not good. This is a very, very strange base trade right now. I think the main base might actually fall. This could be bad for DroneOfArc. But instead, he's just going to say, whatever, I'm just going to kill your base. Okay. Hydra Den will fall. There's no more defense at any of these bases. But if the Nidus network transfers a couple of units base-wise before this does fall, this could not be the worst game in the world. And DroneOfArc is still doing decently well. This massive army of probes has nothing to mine from, and soon there will be no Nexuses out on the field. If this base trade just happens, I think DroneOfArc wins, just on virtue of the fact that he can deal enough damage to kill all these buildings. And even though he would lose the army battle between all of these probes, oh well, they're gonna fall pretty fast, but still, they're taking out. The Zerg player is suffering heavy losses from an army of probes, who really their only goal is to delay mining time, or delay the killing time right now. They might just make it though. Are they going to? Oh, a couple of Stalkers there. Oh, if they engage with those Colossus in range, that could be problematic. Oh, but those Colossus are a little bit. No, they're not really out of position. Wow, this is an extremely close game. Oh my goodness. This is going to come down to the wire, but yeah, Hamsterpilot, even though he finishes off that army, there are 2 Lings slowly pecking away at this assimilator. Can they get there in time? Oh my goodness, Hamsterpilot is not going for it. He knows he's lost because there's yet another mining base. And this is going to be how it goes. GG. But wait, there's a pylon out on the field. You cheeky Protoss. And if that Colossus can defend that pylon, it will win, but it won't, because there's a massive army of Lings on the way. Oh, they really should just go in there and engage. They can kill it. A couple of Zealots tanking this Nidus Worm right now. And the Lings are going to come in and attempt to clean this up. Oh, if only DroneOfArc knew all he had to do was kill a pylon. Instead, he will manage to pick up what's left of this army. And he's going to win on virtue of the fact that there really isn't much left. And the GG is going to go down. Good sportsmanship wins out in the end. And with only a pylon left, Hamsterpilot takes a bow. Or so he says. And there it goes. Wow, that was very different. Very different. I have not seen a game like that in a while, and I'm really glad both players were very good sports about it, because that could have induced so much rage. But seriously, that was a great game to watch and cast. Thank you for submitting that. And DroneOfArc is like the best name ever. So I haven't been doing this lately. Both of you guys, Hamsterpilot and DroneOfArc, you both get a mash from the GG button. Here we go. Good game, gentlemen. Well played. Alright, well I hope you enjoyed the cast. We will be back whenever the hell I am back with more casts. I'm going to try to do them all throughout this week. If I don't get to them, I'll be back within the next day or two. And join me tomorrow. I'll be on the Futon Cast Alliance Futon Podcast with Brosidon and who else is yet to be determined. Futon Alliance, by the way, is my clan, and they are at thefutonalliance.com. Also, Twitch TV / the Futon Alliance, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the show. I'll see you guys next time.